So, what do you think is something the government has done right with preventing the spread of coronavirus? What do you think is something the government can improve on?
I think what the government has done right so far was recently they sent out a bunch of coronavirus COVID tests for people in order to test for the coronavirus, and then they've also opened up the hospital beds for a lot of people, and then they're able to improve on taking care of it slowly. But like the fact that they've done it like recently hasn't improved because they like were too slow in terms of how to prevent the spread of the coronavirus, and now it's becoming a little bit chaotic. So that's what I think.
What kind of misinformation did you see on the internet about the coronavirus? Did you feel scared or anxious at the time when reading the information?
Misinformation.
Mm-hmm. Like
Um,
fake information.
Fake information. I remember recently in the very beginning where like coronavirus can be like cured by alcohol, and then I was like, oh, I guess it's nice. But then as I read more into it, I was like, oh, then it wasn't real. It was fake. So
Did you feel scared or anxious at the time, like when you read maybe not the alcohol misinformation,
or
but
like
like
how dire it is.
other like exaggerated informations from the media?
At the time, I guess I wasn't thinking too much about it until it became more serious over time with like not regards to the misinformation, you know.
When do you think the pandemic will be over? Will life ever go back to normal, or is this changed because of this pandemic?
I think that this pandemic will be over within maybe a year or two, like especially when everything goes back to normal. That's when I think it'll be like good. But like with right now, I think that life is like we don't know how long or when it's gonna end. So I
Mm-hmm.
think it's gonna be like for a good while before things get back to normal.
Um, do you think anything positive can come out of this pandemic?
I think the most positive thing this can come out from this pandemic is that this virus treats everyone as equals, no matter how old, no matter what ethnicity, no matter what you are from or where you're from. It treats everyone the same. It affects them in the same way. It gives you the same symptoms no matter what. So I think that in reality, like it helps everyone to come together and try to act as one kind of people in order to like help each other out.
What role has social media played in keeping you updated about the COVID-19? Has the information been more informative or has it been more fear inducing?
I think recently it has been more. Wait, repeat your question.
So, what role has the social media played in keeping you updated when it comes to the coronavirus? Like, has the information been helpful and help you? Has it been informative, or has it been more like fear-inducing, like makes you just like make people panic?
From what I've seen on social media, I've seen that it has become more informative compared to like earlier, because now like we know more about it over time compared to back then, at the earlier stages. And I think that with social media, it has helped spread, like, spread like information about it.
But do you think it has also caused like
I
unnecessary fear among people?
I feel like it does in a sense with sometimes how the internet can over exaggerate things, or sometimes not everything is true, or sometimes how it's not like, so then that can cause like fear in people and over a bit, it can make people feel a little more like nervous and what was the word, yeah.
Um, do you like what resources, like what news resources online do you usually rely on? Like, how do you choose the sources you read and believe in? And how do you avoid certain sources online to make sure you don't get like false informations?
I usually read a lot of news articles on Apple News that range from like LA Times to like TV news, CBS News, or like anything else like CNN. I try to have a broad range of news sources so that I can like dictate what's right and wrong, or like what's like the difference between each of them, and then be able to make my own deduction of what's right, or like the right information. And then after that, I can like research more into the articles see if it's actually right.
Okay, last question. What are your feelings on just like this whole thing? Like, has it, like, for you, like, how has the pandemic be affecting you personally?
I think personally, it has affected my social life. It has affected my just like physical, like living. Like we've just been stuck at home, and it's kind of like not the best scenario because like we're a very social human beings are really sociable, so then it's really difficult for us to stay at home and not do that much. So then I think that personally it has been a little bit like
Hard.
hard, yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.